Hey, Facebook. We are live. Y'all, I was sitting here and I was really, I wanted to get on here and talk, and then I kept hesitating. And I'm like, let me go ahead and get started. And I just kept hesitating. Tonight, I want to talk to you about taking off the mask. And we're going to get kind of deep into this conversation because it really needs to be talked about. A lot of us are doing this, a lot of us are really not taking this serious. And I want to let you know that you really need to think about what I'm saying, think about what I'm talking about, and not only that, think about how it could affect you, or has it already affected you. All right. So I'm going to talk about my heart health journey. I'm going to talk about my heart disease. I never I never say I have heart disease. I don't know if it's denial, or if it's something that I just don't want to say to keep speaking it into existence. But I have to be real about the whole situation. I have heart disease. You know my name. I don't have to say it. I have heart disease. And I know I have done a lot of things over the last year, over the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and just and being very passive with that. And now that I'm actually saying it, I have heart disease, I look at it totally different. I hear it with a different kind of voice. It's always been my voice, but I have heart disease. And I have a disease that could literally unalive me. It is the silent killer. It is so silent that most people don't even know that they're sick. Most people don't even know that they're dealing with it because it's silent. There are no warnings. It just takes people out just like that. And I did have signs. I did have some symptoms. But you know what? Because I didn't want to educate myself, I didn't even know that they were the symptoms. I have heart disease because when I ignored every symptom, not knowing that it was a symptom. I'm not saying that I'm excused from not knowing, but what I'm saying is I ignored every symptom because I didn't know. And even when people know that what the symptoms are, we still ignore those symptoms. So I want to talk to you about me pulling off the full mask. Now, I've been walking around, you know, trying to help people, trying to help myself, trying to reverse the heart disease, but I'm pulling the mask off today because it's got to stop. And I know as long as I hide behind this mask, I'm never gonna reverse the heart disease. And I think I know that's what a lot of us are doing. We're taking these shortcuts. We're ignoring what we should be doing. We're on the other side. Like, I'm just gonna show up. I'm gonna show up and show this part of me a little bit. I'm not gonna let everybody know that I'm not doing all that I can do to reverse this. You know what made me really think about this thing? over the last of the last month, I've known about 4 people who died in their sleep, and they were Black. 2 were women. And I keep thinking that could be me because heart disease, because the killer is so silent. It's just like a thief in the night. It just slides in. You don't even know it's there. You don't even hear it. It just takes people out just like that. I was lucky. No, maybe not lucky, but but I wasn't lucky. God really wanted me to live. He really wanted me to live because he knew that number one, there was something that I had or something that had happened to me that I needed to tell a lot of people to help them. Maybe, and this is probably one of those. I go to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, it's quiet. We don't know if I'm coming back home tomorrow. I could have had a heart attack in the car. Any of that. God wanted me to live so that I can help somebody else. I have heart disease. And we look at it and we talk about it like it ain't nothing. And with those pills, these pills, I think I took them back in the kitchen. We take these pills every day as if it's going to cure us. It's not going to cure us. It's just trying to that medication that I'm taking is just to help me live a little bit longer, not to cure me, just to help me live a little bit longer. I got heart disease. I take cholesterol medicine and high blood pressure medicine. I exercise every day, but that still ain't enough. I try to eat healthy. It's still not enough. It's not enough. And I know sometimes we say, well, I'm doing all I can. Are you really? Are you really? Are you really? What's your underlying issue? Mine is obesity. Second thing would be clogged arteries. The third thing would be an elevated uh heart, elevated blood flowing through my going through my veins, which leads to pulmonary uh pulmonary heart disease. I think the pulmonary heart disease, whole pulmonary artery disease. See, y'all, we missing, guys. We all need to take these. We got to take these masks off and stop pretending like we got it under control. We don't have it under control if you don't think about it. My blood pressure's up today. My blood pressure's down tomorrow. My blood pressure's up. My blood pressure's down. It's up and down because of what you're not doing. There's so many things that we could be doing and actually help ourselves to where it's not like that anymore. But are you doing everything that you can? Are you doing everything that you can? Over the last month, 4 people, 2 men and 2 women that I know of died in their sleep from a heart attack. Take off the mask. Stop pretending. Stop pretending. We all like cookies. We all like potato chips. We all like to eat fried this and fried that. We all like macaroni and cheese. I'm not saying we all like fried chicken, but maybe you like fried something else. But we all like these things and they are not good for us, but we keep eating them. And we keep sitting on the couch and not moving. We keep ignoring the fact that we should get up and move our bodies and go outside and exercise or go to the gym. The smallest things, the simple things. The simple things is what's going to take us to the grave because it's the simple things we will not do. We won't do it. We don't want to drink water. We don't want to eat vegetables. We don't want to eat fruit. We don't want to cook at home. All we want to do is eat out. If you're eating out, at least have some healthy stuff. But I just want you to know one thing. My name is, you know my name, but I have heart disease and I'm taking the mask off. I'm taking the mask off. You know, for a long time, it was, I'm going to walk 30 minutes a day. I'm going to walk 30 minutes a day and I'm going to get my 10,000 steps. I'm going to walk 30 minutes a day and I'm going to get my 10,000 steps. That ain't enough. That ain't enough, Rosa. You need to walk longer. You need to do other exercises, and you also need to them 10,000 steps. Why limit yourself at 10,000 steps? Who is it that keep telling us all these limits? Who's giving us these limits? Is somebody else giving us these limits and we're okay with the limits, or are we setting these limits for ourselves? Listen, some of us need to go in there, erase, just mark it out, and do what you need to do so that you will be healthy. And you got to start somewhere. I didn't know where to start. You know how I ended up here? Because I had a food eating problem. I had a problem eating food. And guess what it was? Candy, potato chips, and Little Debbie cakes. That's my problem. That was my problem. That's how I ended up here. That's how I ended up with the heart disease, because I wanted what I wanted. And when I got it, I was happy. I'm not going to lie. I was very, very happy when I ate that stuff. I wasn't thinking about the long term of how it was going to affect me. I wasn't thinking about, wow, maybe I should stop eating like this. It was something about it that kept me addicted to it and kept me going back to it. And you know what's so crazy? The mask is coming off today. What's so crazy is there I was coming out of the hospital, can't wait to get home so I could get somebody to go to the store and get me some Pepsi and get me a Snicker bar and make sure we had fudge rounds and some potato chips, because if I wanted a snack, that's what it was going to be. After the surgery. After the surgery. So I start doing that after the surgery. Well, guess what? Blood pressure, when I go back to the doctor, blood pressure still high. Cholesterol still high. Why? Why? Because I kept doing the same thing. Now, some people might say, well, gosh, that was stupid. I mean, whether it was stupid or not, I don't know of anyone who has a food addiction and they just go cold turkey. I didn't know anything about going cold turkey. I didn't know anything about how to stop, because I didn't look at it as I had a problem, because my body wanted it so bad. When I ate it, it felt good. It was satisfying. So to me, anything satisfying would be good for me, because if I didn't have it, I would be angry. But I was able to get a hold of it. I was able to find something by accident, because I've been on that medication for so long, for so many years. I had been on that medication for 9 years. I'm sorry, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I got on that. I I took that medicine from 2009 to 2017. And it was 2017 was when I did something about it, because nothing was going on. When I went back to the doctor, the numbers never went down. And that's what I'm like, surely, surely this medication is going to help me sometime or another. I'm waiting. When is the medicine going to kick in? When is it going to help me? Is it even designed to help me? Now I'm really thinking about it. But I know I can get off the medication. I didn't know how. I didn't know how. And someone told me about this, some kind of detox drink or whatever. And you could drink it, and because some other people had come off their medication. I'm like, well, me too. Will that happen for me? Is it possible for me too? And they said, yeah, it's possible. See, that was the thing. All I needed was a possibility. And with that possibility, I went ahead, I drank the stuff, and guess what? After a week, my blood pressure is the same. My blood pressure is the same after a week. Why wouldn't my blood pressure go down after I've been drinking it a week? Now that's what the lady said. She said that her blood pressure went down, but I didn't catch the part where she said over time. So even though I drank the juice, I said, okay, fine, I'll drink it. Well, what happened was I did lose 6.2 pounds that week. Whoopee. But that wasn't my concern, even though I was 242 pounds. That wasn't my concern. My concern was, when am I going to get off this blood pressure medication? What am I going to do to get off of this blood pressure medication? I had a conversation with somebody a few months prior to this, and they were telling me, you could do this, Rosalind, you could do this, you could do this, and you could do this, and it was basically cold turkey. And I tried it, and it was hard. It was very, very, very hard. And every time it was like I would take 2 steps forward, and then it would be all of a sudden I would get this urge to just go on a sweet binge. And I go back and I just, it was like I was eating the stuff I was addicted to, as if like, oh my gosh, I finally got it. Just binge eating. And I couldn't stop. So fast forward, I'm drinking the tea, and lo and behold, I lose the 6.2 pounds, and did not crave Pepsi, the Little Debbie, the Lay's potato chips, nor the Snicker. And at that moment, because I had been thinking the doctors should have helped me. I'm thinking the doctor should have helped me get rid of this feeling, get rid of the urge to eat all this stuff. I'm thinking, the doctors, look, I done paid you $150,000. What can you done gave me all this crazy medicine? Can't you at least help me with my food addiction? Can't you? Can you at least do that? And I want you to know what the answer was. If you think you know what the answer was, let me know in the comments. What do you think the answer was when I wanted to know from the doctors? Can you help me with my food addiction? The answer was no. The answer was no, but it was all right, because by this time I had found something that was going to help me, and I found it by accident. I found it by accident. But even though I got rid, I finally ended the food addiction. I finally ended the food addiction. Somebody's going to catch that. I finally ended the food addiction. I finally came off, because when I came out the hospital, I was on 5 medications. Now I'm only on 2. So I came off of the 3 medications. I came off of 3 medications, and now I'm left with this cough. I didn't realize, I guess it was 2 about 2 months after my surgery, and I got this cough. And I'm thinking maybe it's because maybe it's because I you know, I was sick or I had a cold a while ago, right? Because when you have a cold, you got that lagging cough. You got that it's a nagging cough, not a lagging, but this one was lagging. And it was lagging for a long time. So now I'm like, okay, now what? To me it was normal after it had gone on so long. It was one of those things that you accept. And I accepted the cough, and I let the cough go on for 6 months, 7 months, 10 months, 12 months, 1 year, 4 years, 5, 6, 9, 8, 10, 12, 13 years. The cough stuck with me all that time. I didn't know that it was associated with anything. I didn't know that it was associated with my lungs. I didn't realize that my lungs had been manipulated and it left me with a cough. I had no idea because I didn't know. They don't tell you about that. They don't help you with things like that. All they tell you to do is take that medication. And I was doing that from 2009 to 2017 is when stuff started to change for me. And it started with the tea. And from the tea, 6.2 pounds I lost. And then the food addiction ended. And then I have this cough. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I don't have a cough. I don't have a cough. I don't have a cough. And even when I went to go to the cardiologist and I get all and going to my regular doctor and they pulling all this blood and checking everything, everything's okay, everything's okay, everything's okay. This is a little bit elevated. This could be better. But when I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago, it's been a month now. When I went to the doctor and they came back and they told me about my blood work, that it was clean. And it was cleaner than it has ever been. It's because I started using this product. I am not knocking the detox, but I coughed from 2009 all the way to last year. Last year, early part of 2003 is when I ended my cough. When I came across this, when I came across this, see, I've been taking this now for a good year. And this, when my doctor told me that my cardiovascular, my blood work is clean, when I told him about my cough that I used to have, he said, "Are you still coughing?" I said, "No." I said, "It's what I used to have that cough." He couldn't believe that I had coughed that long and my oxygen was that low all of that time. Guys, at some point, you got to take the mask off so you can see what's really going on in front of you. But I think so many of us are just walking around in the dark because we don't want to really face up to reality. We don't really want to see the problem for what the problem really is. And until we actually open our eyes, strip ourselves of everything that could be blocking our view, you are going to miss your mark. Help is right there in front of you, but you won't open your eyes to see it. You're steady hiding behind this mask, so nobody will know that it's you that's really watching. So nobody won't know that it's you that really needs help. Are you hiding from me, or are you hiding from yourself? When you step up to the plate and say, "Hand me the bat. Hand me the bat." See, they got one person with the thing over their face, and that's the you know who I'm talking about. That's the catcher. He's the only one with a mask on. Everybody else, you're gonna get up there. If that ball hit you in the face, it just hit you in the face. But here's the thing about getting hit in the face. Sometimes it's good to get hit in the face because that will be your aha moment. I have heart disease, and I've never said I had heart disease so many times in 1 month. I've never said it so many times in 1 month. But I know that there are other women and there are other men out there fighting the same fight that I have fought and still fighting. But this time, this fight, oh, this fight is personal. See, I was fighting from the side. I was fighting like, leave, what? I was fighting like, huh? I'm fighting like this now. Oh, you can go on over there. Oh no, you can close that door. Close the door. See, you gotta learn how to fight. You gotta learn how to fight your own battle. And what is the battle? Y'all, the battle is you doing the right thing. The battle is you saying no when you need to say no. The battle is you getting up off of your butt, going to do some walking, going to the kitchen to get water instead of all of this soda. Put the juice down. Put the bag of chips down. Matter of fact, don't even buy the chips. Don't buy the chips. Don't buy the candy. Don't buy whatever it is that you're addicted to. Stop buying it. But you walking through the store trying to pretend like somebody else. You're trying to act all strong. Oh no, I buy this for the children. You are not. You lying to yourself. You doing the same thing that I was doing. Going to the store, filling up the buggy with chips because they buy one, get one free. And then you go over there to the Little Debbie and they got 2 for $5. And then you go over there to the donuts. I'm talking about the donuts, the coffee donuts. They got the plain, the white, and then the chocolate covered. And then they got another box that might just be just the plain. And they said, what are those? I think those are 2 for $7 as well. Right? You going in there, putting that mask on, trying to pretend like you somebody else. You need to man up, boss up, or woman up. What you're doing is you're about to kill yourself. That is what you're doing. Because as long as you have that, you see, the thing is this. The thing is this, and I have to say this. If I didn't have this in my house, I'd have been dead. Because this is the only thing that has kept me from killing myself with the food addiction. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. This right here, for me, it kept me from eating that stuff that was about to kill me the first time. I'm talking about me. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about what it did for me. And I didn't even know that when I drank it, because remember, I had the surgery in 2009. I didn't discover this until 2017. I didn't discover it until 2017. And that is when I realized, wow, this is it. I woke up one morning and I didn't have the craving for a soda. I woke up one morning and I didn't have the craving for a candy bar. I woke up one morning and I didn't have the craving for the Little Debbie cake. I woke up one morning and I was okay with not eating the chips. So when you find yourself in a place where you can't help yourself and you're desperate, I just want to live. I just want to live. And if that's all you want, all you have to do is number one, take that mask off and stop pretending that you have it all together and you're, oh, I'm going to do such and such. I've heard so many people say, I'm going to just use the medication that my doctor put me on. He said that this should help. Help what? It's going to help all right the longer you stay on it. Your body gets used to it. It takes over. So let me tell you the second part of when I came off of those 3 medications. I was on 5, I'm now on 2, but that was a process. Let me tell you what the process was. She couldn't take me off all 3 at the same time. It was one, but you don't just come off of them. You get weaned off of them. Like I said, your body is so dependent on that medication. And when that medication is gone, your body goes haywire. It's like another addiction. A lot of people don't even pay that any attention. It's an addiction. You take the medication, you get addicted to the medication. It's an addiction. It's an addiction. Hold on one second. It's an addiction that people are dealing with and they don't even know it. All we know is, oh, yeah, well, here's the thing. A lady that I was helping earlier this year, a lady I was helping earlier this year. Let's see what day it was. I'm gonna see what day it was. I was helping a lady earlier this year, and I've been trying to help her for quite a few years. And I found out today that she had passed away. And she said, I really want to change. And she wasn't just a regular customer. She was an old neighbor, a very good neighbor. My husband and her husband had been pretty close. And I know she was dealing with some stuff, but my point is this. When you find something that works, you must stay with it until you get there. The reason people don't get results of what they want, the reason people don't get delivered, they never reach their goal is because they continue to give up. They continue to give up for whatever reason. And I know it's not money. I think people get tired of not eating unhealthy. I think people rather eat unhealthy. I think they rather eat unhealthy. They rather do the unhealthy stuff because it feels good. Thank you. It feels normal. Unhealthy feels normal and people are addicted to it. They're addicted to it. So I'm on here tonight because I want to help you change. And when you decide that you're going to change, thank you, Genesis. When you decide that you're going to change, you got to decide not to go back. You got to decide to go all the way until you reach that destination. So I want to help you tonight. And I want to help you, number one, get your heart health intact. Get your heart health journey started. Get your improvement, your improving heart health started. I can't say, and I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you, if you use the B cardio for 2 weeks, if you use the such and such for, because here's the thing. You're not asking McDonald's, and you're certainly not asking Chick-fil-A how many Chick-fil-A sandwiches and packs of fries can I eat before I get heart disease or before I clog my arteries. You asking them that? No, you're not. You're not even asking them how good is it for you, because it's not. So I'm going to help you tonight. I'm going to help you tonight. And I said I wasn't going to do this again, but I'm going to do it anyway. I've got a deal. It's $120. It's $120. It's where you're going to get the B cardio, the instant drink to shrink, and our weight loss candy for only $120. Now, maybe you don't want the candy. No problem. Then don't get the candy. Don't get the candy. Maybe you don't want a detox. I don't really know what to tell you about not wanting to detox, whether it's on a cellular level or you just want to use put it this way. If you don't smoke, but you're around someone who does smoke, you want a detox. If you go outside and breathe air, you want a detox. If you eat any food, you want a detox. If you drink anything, you want a detox. Why would you want to use the B cardio? Anybody with a heart needs the B cardio. Anybody with a heart needs to use the B cardio. I've told my story about the B cardio and what it did for me several times. I mean, I could tell you again, that cough, all I did was I used it every single morning. And I'd used it for a while. And I still had the cough even after I was using it. But it was the cough that I had was a long-term problem that I had. I didn't realize that that my lung manipulation had it wasn't lung damage, but the problem had lingered for so long. It was going to take some time for it to get right. And I went over to my mom's one day and she said, "You're not coughing." I said, "I didn't even notice." She said, "You're not coughing." So we paid attention. And she said, "See, I told you, it's been about 30 minutes. You ain't coughed." Because I had this nagging cough. a dry cough. It was just a dry cough. Just a dry cough. And I'm like, wow. Let me tell you something. Not only did she notice, but my Apple Watch picked it up too. You know what it picked up? It picked up, Lord Jesus. I'm going to see if I can find it. It's still improving. My breathing is still improving. And it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, my watch told me that my breathing pattern had gotten stronger. And I gotta find it. I have to find I don't know how to find it. I'm gonna see if I can go deep in. And I'm like, oh my goodness. But just to tell me that my breathing is better. You know how sometimes, well, your watch will give you these updates and it'll give you improvements. It'll tell you, you got a record of, from walking, you walk this many times. It'll tell you what your phone tells you your what you call it, your screen time, all of that. But I'm going to find it so I could tell you how my breathing has improved just because I can't remember if it was the deep breaths, the long breaths I had. Oh my gosh. I got to find this. I don't know how I'm going to find it, y'all, but I'm going to find it because it's worth talking about. It's worth telling somebody about. And I didn't know stand minute cardiovascular, walking distance, exercise. If Lord have mercy, help me find it. Help me find it, Lord. Oh my gosh. Y'all, just the improvement in my breathing pattern. Just the improvement in my breathing pattern. Anytime I see an improvement where the bars went up, I know I'm on to something good. I know I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. And I ain't putting on no more darn mask. I'm not putting on any mask. If I mess up, I'm going to correct myself. If I stop doing something and I should be doing it, I'm going to stop, pause, and get back to it. I have heart disease and I don't want it. I don't want to have to keep saying, I got heart disease. I got heart disease. I got heart disease. I got heart disease. I want to say, my name is Rosalind Hall. And because I took action I took actions, my name is Rosalind Hall, and I took simple steps, small steps every single day towards bettering the health of my heart. And as of today, I want you to know that I am heart disease free. And that's my story. That's who I am. I'm taking the mask off. I'm taking the mask off. And you can take it off and you can do this with me. Or you could take the mask off and you could do it by yourself. Or you don't have to take the mask off and you just deal with what you're dealing with. And I wish you the best. But I just know one thing. One day I'm going to be able to say, my name is Rosalind Hall. And I took some simple steps every single day towards bettering my heart health. And as of today, I am heart disease free. And that's my story. Listen, I'm not going to hold you guys long. I'm actually on here a little bit longer than I wanted to be. But I want you to know something. I am Rosalind Hall. And right now, I do have heart disease. But soon, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to tell you I took some simple steps every single day to bettering my heart, and I no longer have heart disease. If I can help you, reach out to me. If I can do something to help you in your journey, reach out to me. I can see a lot of people that have this, but I also see a lot of people preventing it and reversing it. If you need what I have, just message me so I can help you. If you hear this video from somebody else, I want you to reach back out to them and I want you to let them know that you are ready and tell them what it is that you want to do. If you're somebody who wants to start improving their health, their heart health every single day, or want to lose some weight, simple steps you can take every single day. I didn't really mention anything about my weight loss. I was 242 pounds. I was a size 22. You talk about embarrassed. You talk about, I thought I didn't just embarrass myself. I felt like I embarrassed my family as well. They never said that. They never thought about it like that. But I know what I feel. And now at a size 8, there's so many things that I know now that I didn't know before. Number one, I know that I can improve my health if I take daily steps every single day. And I know you can do the same thing. And if you're ready, I'm ready to help you. If you're not, no lost love. Listen, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop off because I'm going in my inbox to help people just like me. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful night.